What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know.
The Green Bay Packers came out and did something that they haven't done since what, 2001, and drafting a wide receiver?
2002, I believe.
So Matthew Golden comes off the board for them, which absolute home run. They're one of the only teams, according to ESPN, that had picked every single weakness in this draft. They need a corner, offensive tackle, wide receiver, edge, and defensive tackle, and they picked all of those. One of the guys that we love here that honestly could be a first round talent, and Anthony Belton got picked in the second round. Savion Williams is where that B grade, where your draft was like S tier, like literally. Khalid, were we thinking that like out of everything we were like, man, this is an S tier draft so far, and then third round they come in and pick Savion Williams.
Yeah, I was very impressed with their first two picks. I was like, wow, Hayden's got to be one happy fella, and then they went with Savion Williams, and I'll be so for real, man. That really hurt my opinion of this class. It just didn't make sense to me. Look, you need wide receivers, or one wide receiver. You need an alpha, right?
You need an alpha. That's it. The rest of your wide receiver room is fine.
Yeah. You go out there and you draft one, and Matthew Golden, round one, first time in over 20 years, first time since I've been alive, in the first round for the Green Bay Packers, and Matthew Golden, one of my favorite receivers. You go out there and draft Anthony Belton, an absolute massive human being at offensive tackle. Good. Great first two picks. Savion Williams, though, look, we don't have the highest grades on Savion Williams personally, but let's just throw our opinion of him aside, okay? You have Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, right? Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, all kind of as your faster outside.
Who's a better
guys.
Savion Williams?
And the last one, right, in that room is Jayden Reed out of Michigan State, who's been with the team for a few years now. He plays a lot in the slot. They use him a lot in different sweeps. He gets a handful of carries. They use him as a gadget player. When you watch Savion Williams play, when you look at where he takes snaps, how TCU used him, he is more of a gadget player. Why would you draft him when Jayden Reed not only already fills that role, but Jayden Reed is arguably your best receiver on the roster outside of Matthew Golden? Savion Williams is not an upgrade over Jayden Reed. I'm sorry, he's not. So for me, that was just a wasted third round pick.
Yeah, I mean, Spacebees put it in the chat. We got Jayden Reed, Christian Watson, Bo Melton, Julian Hicks, Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, McCole Hardman. I forgot they got him. Cornelius Johnson came over there for the Chargers. Matthew Golden, Savion Williams, Malik Heath, and Tulu Griffin. Like, yeah, this was just overkill, man. Like, you wasted a third round pick for nothing.
Exactly. And look, I like the Baron Sorrell pick. I actually like it a lot. He's a sound run defender, who has room to grow as a pass rusher. But, in the fourth round, I think that's really good value. And, you line him opposite of Rashawn Gary. And I think that the two of them complement each other well as edge rushers. Colin Oliver, a little bit undersized, even if he's been productive. And then Warren Brinson from Georgia, Micah Robinson from Tulane, helping out, providing depth on defense. And then John Williams out of Cincinnati, another offensive tackle, a little bit undersized, but they like what they see in him and being able to develop him. I don't mind taking, an offensive tackle late, just looking to develop him. I think that's a great place to take developmental tackles, a very important position to have developed backups. So they're trying to get started there. But I mean, the Packers, right? They could have, if they had landed that third round pick instead of Savion Williams, if they took someone who could be a key contributor, as well as just someone who we personally have a higher grade on, that B could easily be an A. Easily.
Yeah.
But not only did you take a player who's just, surplus to requirements, but you took a guy who through our evaluations and film studies, we arrived at the conclusion that we don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, I like Sam Howell as well for the Vikings too, Space Beast. But as far as the Packers are concerned, man, this pick was almost, this is almost as bad as the, I don't want to put them in the same category because I believe Savion is a little bit more talented, but it's almost as bad as the Dante Thornton pick for the Raiders. I mean, again, there were so many good receivers on the board, and you guys decide to go with those two. Yeah. That I don't know, especially a third rounder when it was so important to go in there and get somebody that you couldn't. If they would have drafted Baron Sorrell in the third round, I would feel a lot better about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me. What's up, Zach? Or it's either Zach or Nan over from RFS Sports. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out, man.